When I found you, I saw raw, untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special.
Greetings, saberites.
Anonymous here. Alright, well, we are in the final stages of waiting for The Last Jedi to come out, and everything is ramping up. We're going to be seeing it the opening weekend, which is, of course, coming up here. We're going to be putting out a couple videos this week to kind of ramp up to it. This first one, I wanted to talk about one of the things I'm really excited for. I know a lot of people are really excited for, especially in the sabering world, which is more Kylo Ren. In the first one, I thought he was an incredible character. I really, really like what they've done with him, or how they've made him as the villain. Or, well, we don't know where he's gonna end up in this new one kind of thing. But really, really excited to see what's going on there. In the first one, they of course they introduce him very, very badassly, right, where he stops the blaster bolt. That is just an absolutely incredible scene. As you go on, the first half of the movie, he's got his helmet on pretty much the whole time, really harkening back to that Darth Vader type of villain. And then finally, when he takes the helmet off, and you see he's just a kid, he's just some guy who has his own motivations and all of that. And then, of course, later on becoming clear that he is Han and Leia's child. All of that being very dramatically satisfying. For me, I thought Adam Driver's portrayal of him is very, very good. It's a great villain because it's complicated. It's not out of the box. It's something that you wonder where he stands and all of that. Some people weren't so keen on him. I'd like to address a couple of those little complaints there. First of all, his temper tantrums. The response I usually give to that is, what do you think giving into your anger looks like? That's what it is. It's throwing a temper tantrum. Is taking your anger out on whatever is around you. And I think what is missed a lot of times is how comedically satisfying that those particular scenes are, where he loses his temper and he goes ballistic on something.
Anything else?
And it's hard to do that type of scene and make it fly. So I thought that both of those were brilliantly done. The other thing is when he's fighting Rey, and I'm going to do a video analyzing that fight in detail, but that he lost to Rey is sometimes a point of contention, and I'll go into that in that one a little bit more. But I find that the whole thing being very, very realistic. His motivations, the fact that he's probably the only lightsaber wielder around. None of the other Knights of Ren apparently were carrying lightsabers. Only Kylo, and we haven't seen Snoke ignite one or anything like that. We see a little bit of Kylo in the trailer, kind of tantalizing us in a little bit. But you know, he's at once very, very powerful, and at the next thing, he's defeated by Rey, who's a rank amateur. Like I said, I'll go into a little bit more about that in that video, but I just have to say that there's no, when you're dealing with weapons, and especially if you're dealing something with a lightsaber, right? The tide of these things can turn really, really quickly, and you're really talking about margins of error, which are very, very, very slim. He was angry, he was wounded, he was all of that. I think that was a wonderful way to build up a way to get to the point where Rey can really, you know, for drama and for the story, come into her own and all of that, and he provided the foil for that. So I have absolutely no problem with that. Like I said, I'll go into that in more detail. Of course, one of his key features is the crossguard lightsaber, which is now very, very popular. Met with some skepticism at first, and rightly so. It's like having two blowtorches on either side of your hand. But hey, we've learned to move around it and integrate it into what we're doing. Now, the fight I really, really like in The Force Awakens between the final fight between Kylo and Finn and Rey. And he uses, again, go in more detail there, but he uses these types of high parries to there, to another, a lot. And as I said, and we'll expand on, that's really what we kind of hope to see in kind of a realistic fight, in my opinion. Is especially somebody who's inexperienced fighting another person at the same weapon, they're probably going to do the same thing over and over and over again. Anybody that's coached fighters knows that a lot of times you have to break them out of patterns. So we'll just leave that for the other video. He has the crossguard saber in the trailer, and if you saw the fight choreography special feature, we do see him using it a little bit more robustly against other opponents. So that looks exciting to see, because we're going to see more of this in action and all of that. I was happy to see that he used the crossguard the way we like to use the crossguard, which is as a weapon to try to get people in the bind that way. All right. Okay, so that was just a little quick video, getting excited about the movie, talking about Kylo, because we love Kylo. Crossguard saber for sabering. Everything about him is just a perfect Star Wars villain. You got your iconic helmet. You've got your iconic weapon. It's just a match made in heaven. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing more of Kylo in the new movie. We will be coming with you for some special stuff regarding the movie coming up this week and next week into the holiday. So stay tuned for all of that. I will leave you there. Stay tuned for all of our special stuff coming up. Have a great day, and happy sabering.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.